Hi, Lee Phillips here again. I want to talk for 2 seconds and maybe give you a little warning or some things to consider when you're buying a condominium. So, things to consider when you're buying a condominium. Should we call it that? First of all, there's obviously the price of the piece of property, the condominium. But then in a condo, there's a bunch of other stuff. That other stuff usually comes in the way of condominium fees. There's always a monthly fee that you have to pay in order to have the common area of the condominium taken care of. And yeah, that's okay, it's reasonable. However, I've found that condominium, homeowners associations, office associations, and yes, we're not talking only about living residences, we're talking about office condominium complexes today too. Some of those people aren't as good at managing money as I might be. So it's something you need to think about. The condominium fees are going to include the insurance. And I happen to own a condominium. I said I would never own another condominium. My wife and I, after we'd been married for a few years, we bought a condominium. Happiest day in our life was when we bought our own home. We both stood at the front window and we looked out at the street and said, nobody can tell us whether our dog can crap on the lawn or whether we can cut across the lawn or anything else. And we don't have to listen to the guy's music next door to us. It was wonderful. Swore I would never have another condominium. I got one. We have a condominium on the beach in Florida. And guess what? The hurricane insurance is extremely expensive. Our condominium fees are as much or more than our actual mortgage payment every month. And they have gone up. They started at $500. They've more than doubled since we bought the condominium. So you've got to consider the condominium fees, and that's something you really don't have much control over. Additionally, a lot of the condominiums will have a setup fee that you have to pay in order to join the club. So check on that, make sure. Now you're going to have to insure the contents of the condominium. And one of the things in your insurance these days is you will insure the deductible that the condominium is going to charge you if they have to make an insurance claim. They make the insurance claim, you get to pay the deductible. You actually can insure that risk of paying their deductible, and that's something that you should look at in your condominium insurance that you're going to buy. Now the condominium is going to buy their insurance on the common area, the building, but you've got to buy your insurance to cover all of the contents. And usually it's from the sheetrock in that you have to insure. However, in the particular condominium I'm in, they've decided that it's not only the sheetrock in, it's further back. And so that becomes interesting. They won't pay for the sheetrock when it gets damaged, for example. So understand what you're getting into when you sign on to a condominium homeowners association. Is there an annual, you either have to do the cleanup on the yard or you pay a big fee? What happens on that one? So there are all kinds of these little, oh, by the way, we got you. And yes, I hate condominium homeowners associations. Necessary evil, I guess, if you're going to live in a condo. But please ask the hard questions before you buy, because you're not just paying X number of dollars for the unit, you're paying X number of dollars for the unit plus all of the condominium crap, that you have to put up with. This is Lee Phillips. Have fun in your condo.